Go flat tracker. Go flat tracker. Go, go, go. Go flat tracker. Go flat tracker. Go, go, go. Go flat tracker. Go flat tracker. Go, go.
The Clever Flat Track Pod is brought to you by our partners 193 Racing, MX Inc., Classic Wheel Spokes and Otway Hydro Blasting, Rider Sport, Euroka Fencing, and of course, Clever Flat Track products. They support us, so go support them. Now on to the episode. Go Flat Tracker.
Okay, welcome. Let's get this party started. It is 2025 and the Clever Flat Track Pod. It's been a while. I know you're probably all wondering if there was ever going to be another one again. We've had a lovely, lovely long break. Tom Northey won't be joining us tonight. He's away on a bit of a vacation, believe it or not. He's been working pretty hard. He's now having a bit of a family get-together, a yearly thing, I believe. So you're just stuck with me. A little bit of a gap between the racing that we went to and that I'm going to be talking about, mainly because I've been just flat chat like everyone else probably with February already, so a whole month has gone already. And where did it go? I do not know. I have been doing a lot around the house, fences. I've done boundary fences. We're replacing the pantry, which is about probably 70% complete, I guess. So, other things that we're trying to catch up with before racing gets into full swing again. I was going to actually talk about the AFTM, but I forgot to write the dates down. So we'll leave that for the next one with Tom. We will be doing a whole warm-up sort of pod to those rounds coming up, which there is 7. I can remember that much, which is pretty impressive. We have got 2 new venues, Maryborough in Queensland and Albury Wodonga as well, which is fantastic. Which is, funnily enough, is where the Skylift Summer Series is, where we went racing on the 25th and 26th of January, which was Australia Day. And almighty hot it was. Levers were my choice of race wear, which probably wasn't very smart, but I do feel a lot safer in the levers, so I just did it anyway. Yeah, slightly poached myself, but all in all, I'm happy with the choice. Yeah, what else has been going on? A little bit of track work at home, a little bit of practice, been out on the Harley a little bit, meant to be shedding a bit of weight off that. YZ, we thought had a fuel pump problem, which I'm pretty sure it did. It wasn't, well, I know it did. It wasn't pumping fuel through at all when we tested it. So I got a new one, put that in, did a practice here, was feeling pretty good. Played around with the front suspension. I've never been really that happy with the front suspension, the feel, etc. So played around with the settings here when Brendan came over for a bit of a test ride. His first ride after being injured. Yeah, look, felt fantastic. Went into Skylift with lots of confidence, feeling, I said to myself, if it feels like that, I reckon I should drop the second or two I've been chasing for a while. So, it went really well. The Saturday night for me, which was Saturday the 25th, like I said, really hot afternoon. We sort of got started about 3, maybe 3:30. I can't actually remember a lot. It's all a bit of a blur. Yeah, beautiful weather. I'm not a hot weather person, but at least we can go racing in it when it's raining and pissing down, and then the meeting gets called off. So, so sort of jumping around already here. I don't have anyone to spin off. I don't have any notes. Well, I've got a couple little notes written down, but I will screen share Feed Hive, so my laps for everyone tuning in from around the world. You're most likely using my laps. I know Netherlands do. I'm pretty sure the DTRA do. I could be wrong there, but in America they do as well. Yeah, we'll have a look at that in a second. But just atmosphere of this event. It started, I can't actually remember what year, quite a while ago, and they would have 3 rounds over 3 weekends, and it was a massive draw card for dirt track races. Now it includes a 19 class. The flat track races can get involved as well, which is fantastic. They have tried things over the years. I remember a twin class one year. There wasn't a twins class this year, but the 19s class was actually open, so you could have brought one if you liked, if that's what you feel more comfortable on. You might have done quite well too. The track was actually really mint. Like I thought it was really good. They did a great job, the club and whoever was on the equipment. I think I saw Brett Morey out there a couple times in the tractor. Yeah, so they did a fantastic job, in my opinion. I never felt unsafe on the track. However, Sunday, the track did get a bit rougher, which you would expect after I think they were 34 to 32-degree days. I might have it round the other way. It might have been 32 and 34, but felt a lot hotter than that. It's very hard, as we all know, to keep the track in good shape when it's hot like that, keep moisture in it. And yeah, on Sunday it broke down a bit more. There was some strange sort of things going on when you came, if you ran a bit wide coming out of turn 4 onto the main straight where the start finishes. There was a couple weird ruts by the wall that were causing a little bit of havoc. But yeah, I think everyone got through it, no worries. And I remember one race, I think it might have been a Pro 450 race. It felt like someone was running into the back of the bike, and it wasn't. It was just the ruts, just the way the wheel was interacting with the ruts. So that was a bit strange. Very, very cool to see quite a few riders that were running the 19 class run their 19s throughout the whole event. Off the top of my head, so our current Australian number one flat track racer, Thomas Herrick, he ran all weekend on the 19s. So did Tom Drain, one of our international racers. Jet Carter, I believe he did all weekend as well, and young Jed Fife in the 250 class. Hats off to Jed as well. He is the only junior that ran 19s. I apologise if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm 100% on the money on that one. And what a great job he did too. And it probably does get a bit frustrating because, as we all know, on the looser tracks like Aubrey is, yeah, the trials tyre. Yeah, I'm not going to say it's faster, but you do have a little bit more grip. They're just a different beast, as we've talked about many times on this pod. So, yeah, well done, Jed. Hats off to you and to everyone else that rode 19s all throughout the event. I rode 19s, but not in the traditional sense of flat track. I rode a Kelpie block on the front and a Maxxis American tyre on the back, and that worked very well for me on the Saturday night. I was pretty happy. Had some excellent starts, actually. My starts were feeling really, really on point. Even got a elbow to elbow with Thomas Herrick, and I think I might have even shocked him a little bit. Of course, I didn't hold on to that very long. Yeah, my stamina is something I need to work on for sure. I was first lap, I was sort of could keep with the faster guys, but yeah, I was just missing. I don't know if it's just not enough bike time or what. I'm definitely fit enough. So I think I just need to get more seat time. So that's all my excuses anyway. But yeah, I was pretty happy with my racing. Unfortunately, the YZ decided not to run on the Sunday. In came my superhero, Mr. Gary Routman, providing me his KX. And yeah, I apologise to the officials. I upset them a bit. I went in a couple wrong heats. I got all sorts of out of sorts. Went out and run one race, which I think actually was the wrong heat because I was no, it should have been the right heat in the 450 because I was first up, I'm pretty sure, and I just couldn't get it started. So I just ran over and grabbed his bike and jumped in, which is a big no-no. So I should know better. But I was, yeah, just wanting to score points, which I didn't in the end anyway. So my 450 overall was pretty average actually, but that was mainly due to not scoring because I went out in the wrong heats and upset everything. So do apologise for that. I do have a great excuse though, because I couldn't understand how I'd gone out in the wrong heats. But during that, the moments of being flustered somehow, where I'd written my races down on my program, somehow it had got flicked back over to the Saturday night. So I was going out in my Saturday heats, not my Sunday heats. So anyway, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. It's a true story. Yeah, so on the Sunday on the Kawasaki, yeah, interesting experience. It had Dunlops on it. So I actually didn't mind it. I couldn't tell you. I did look at the times. I couldn't tell you. I don't think I was much faster on either. I think it was probably pretty similar as far as times. I had a few 19s and and that. But yeah, it was definitely off the pace a bit compared to some of the other guys, especially the young guns. But anyway, I was pretty happy with how it all turned out. Got a fourth overall in the vets, and I think a seventh in the 19. So, and like I said, 450s was just a lost cause. But yeah, so Saturday night, lots of clean racing. Let's see if we can screen share this. It's there. It is. Oh, don't double tap too much. Yeah, lots of clean racing Saturday night. Pretty hot. Great seeing kids running around. And it was actually more on Sunday morning that I witnessed that them, getting involved in the river and a bit of fishing happening and a bit of swimming. It was awesome to see all that happening as we had a bit of a break before we got back into racing around the 1, 2 o'clock. I think it was 1 o'clock. We were meant to be all suited up again. Where are we going to start? I thought we'd start at the youngest races, which is 50cc, which I've probably gone past already, yeah, because that's 450. So let's talk about what classes we had heats in. So 360-meter track, oval, speedway track, air fence, sand granite or deco, however you like to talk about it. 19-inch class had heats, Pro 450s had heats, Junior 100 to 150 didn't, MX Open had heats, Junior 254 stroke had heats. So great numbers. Junior 85, 13 to 16 years didn't have heats, women's didn't have heats, 65, 7 to 9-year-olds didn't have heats, Pro 250 had heats, 65 juniors, 9 to 13 didn't. Over 35s did have heats. Junior girls didn't. 50s didn't. And junior 85, 9 to 13 did have heats. So, as you can tell, lots of races turned up, which is fantastic. It was an interclub, not an open race. So that means that you had to be in one of the clubs that was involved, which I haven't got the flyer in front of me. Obviously, Albury, I think Griffith. Sorry, guys, I can't remember what the other clubs was. I know there was a couple others. Yeah, so if you're a member of that club, you could enter. That's how it worked. But the event was capped at 100 riders, and it filled out. So 100 riders. I think there was 120 odd, 125 races, something like that. Yeah, really good racing Saturday, clean. I missed a lot of the junior stuff, so I can't really comment too much on it. I did catch a bit of the junior 250. It was, yeah, just mainly because of where my races were sitting. I was running 3 classes. Lucky enough to get in, actually. Yeah, got a text message from Brendan saying, oh, if you're going to enter, you better enter. There was only, I think, maybe 2 spots left in the 450s. I wasn't worried about MX Open because I was going to do vets and the 19s. So that 3 classes is definitely enough, especially in that heat. It really tested me. So yeah, I was in vets, 19s, Pro 450. And yeah, so it was great. Filled up really quick. A couple of people did drop out. Dan Leonetti, unfortunately, was on the concussion rule from a practice day up at Broadford. So I believe Kelsey Jensen might have jumped in his spot in the Pro 450. Yeah, Kelsey and the Jensens were the king of the fans. I think they had that many fans. I've never seen that many different types of fans, little ones, big ones, blowers, all sorts of weird stuff coming from out there, pit shade. It was very interesting and actually very welcome. Kelsey came over and called me down a few times with their different blowy devices, which was fantastic. What else happened on Saturday? It was pretty clean. I don't think there was many get-offs apart from Gary Rortman in practice showing everyone how to full off, but he definitely turned that around on Sunday, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. We're getting into some results. Okay, so let's have a look. Saturday and Sunday, obviously 2-day events. So the scores, if I get it wrong, I apologise. I think I'm reading it all right. So obviously with the classes that have heats, we'll go from the final results. The classes that don't, I'll go from the merge results. So I hope that's right. I did double check before I started the pod, and I'm pretty sure I'm on the money, but let me know I have been wrong before, haven't I, Kate? So let's get into it. So overall results for the 2 days for 50cc Divi 2. Like I said, if I've got this wrong, I am terribly sorry, but I'm pretty sure I've got it right. So it's got the overall points here, as you can see with my little arrow. So that should be the overall points for the 2 days of racing, which was taken out in the 50cc class by the 710 of Xavier Tonna. And again, name pronunciation. That's why I have Tom here. He's not here, so sorry again. Oscar Barella in second, Oscar Ryan in third, Harley Ford in fourth, Parker Richards in fifth, Toby Gillett in sixth, and Geordie Marie French in seventh. So I didn't actually get to see, I don't think I saw any 50 races. So I apologise, guys. I don't know if they were exciting, if there were battles on. I did get told that the junior classes did put on some fantastic racing, but I don't actually know which one. But thanks so much for coming out and supporting the Albury Wodonga Motorcycle Club and Skylift summer series. I bet you had a ball. I know there was lots of smiley faces. I was told that was something that stood out with the young racers today when I made a phone call. So well done to all those participants. And I hope you had a great night. So 65cc, we want to go to the younger ones first. There we are, 7 to 9 years old. Now they had a shootout too. So on Saturday night, we actually dropped around because they decided to make the call to go with the shootout races, which was in most classes, 65, 85s, and then all the senior classes. So it actually made it quite a long process, which was fine. It was a great experience for all the kids that might not have had a chance to do shootouts before. So what they did is the top 8 qualifiers all got to run a fastest lap. So they went around once, and then when they came across full noise on the line, that was the start of the lap that counted. The top 6 qualifiers then went into a 1v1 on the Sunday night, and obviously went right down to the winner. So 6th versus 5th, then whoever won versus 4th, and so on. So, and that was really exciting. Saturday for me drew out a little bit, but it was getting late, and just I think heat exhaustion and everything, was playing a part there. I think everyone felt the same. I actually was happy to carry on with the 4th round. I think I was probably one of the only ones, mainly just because I was cooled down a bit and was a little bit refreshed after that gap, after the break. But those other, it's not really fair for the other riders that were out there cutting laps. So totally understood the call there. So it was only 3 rounds of racing on the Saturday night. So it looks like, actually I'll open the shootout because I don't know. And I'm not sure how. Where does it say total time? I'm not sure actually how that's worked out. So I'm sorry, guys, for who did win the shootout and how that worked out, but I'm actually going to skip that because I don't want to confuse it too much and get it totally wrong. I'm not sure if these were your winners: Oscar Ryan, Toby Gillett, Bronson White, and Rome Carter. That's the top 4. So yeah, I can't remember who won on Sunday in every class. So I'm just going to skip the shootout. So for 65 7 to 9s, we're just going to go to the merge, and this should be, because there wasn't heats, this should be your overall points and your overall winners for the 2 days. So once again, on the top step there, you've got, not once again, but on the top step, you've got Oscar Barella, Oscar Ryan in second, Toby Gillett in third, Bronson White in fourth, Rome Carter in fifth, Parker Richards in sixth, and Reed Wild in 7. So that's 65cc 7 to under 9. And again, I hope I've got that all right. You think I'm a total novice to my laps, which I would like to say I'm not, but I am when it comes to 2 days events like this. I don't think I've ever had to read those scores out. So we go to 65, 9 to 13 years of age. So on the top step is Harley Club riders Zach Salmon, Sonny Bell Chambers in second, Mason Wild in third, Brody Ford in fourth, Zeb Butler in fifth, Jack. Oh, that's a good one. User wasn't. I know I got that wrong. You can slap me later. And seventh, Eve Wiggins. Eve E. Wiggins. 9 under 13s, that was. Young racers on their 65C machines. So now, fantastic to see a junior girls class as well. We'll do the 85s first, 9 to 13. That's going to be the older 85s. Here's the other one. Oh, no. They're the younger 85s, 9 to 13. Let's see, that's what happens when you don't have a junior. You don't know what the hell's going on. So they had a repechage and then they had a final. So there was enough riders to make heats. We'll all look at the repechage and the finals. So Sonny Bell Chambers and Benji Lowe got themselves into the final from the repechage. They were first and second. Someone actually said that they put the top three through for, I don't know if that was just in the senior classes or all classes. So Zeb Butler too. We'll have a look in a minute once we see the final result. So well done, guys, and girls getting through to the final. Finals were 8 laps. It should say up here somewhere in the right-hand corner. Best lap. No, 7 laps they only did. Well, yeah, 8th lap probably is the first one. Doesn't count over, tick over. So Benjilo's in there, Sunnybell Chambers in there. Yeah, it looks like only those two. So your winner for the 85cc for the Skylift series for a 9 to 13-year-old, Will Wiggins on the number 11 machine, 26 Jai French, 43 Flynn Beard. That's your top three. Then followed by Bodie Ford, Zach Salmon, Benji Lowe, Sunnybell Chambers, and Mason Wild. So now going up to up here somewhere. I saw it before. 9 to 13. It must only be the 185C class. No, there we are. I knew I saw it. 13 to 16 years of age. Only the one heat. Oh, taking top spot was Johnny Cooper, Tyler O'More, and then Cooper Blowers in third. So that was your top three: Johnny Cooper, Tyler O'More, and Cooper Blowers, followed by Darcy Phillips, Taj Maury, Millie Iflick, and Hayden Duggan. Well done to those riders. Johnny too stepped up to the junior 250s as well, I believe. We'll have a look at that in a minute. This is the one that was caught my eye before. Junior 100 to 150cc. Just the one heat as well. Final results for the 2 nights. Tommy Wright, Max Carter, and Tyler O'More. So I don't know why there's only 3 in there. Maybe let's just have a quick look at the first race and see if there was only 3 in it the whole night. Certainly was. So yeah, well done to guys. Turning up, racing the 150s. 150s have dropped in popularity a little bit. We see them a fair bit in the Aussie flat track nationals. Yeah, but not, they do seem to be dying off a little bit. Maybe that's just down here. I could be talking rubbish, and wherever you're racing, there's heaps of them. So junior girls, fantastic to see junior girls. There was only a few of them. I did check on this earlier. 2 to be exact. Tyler Duggan taking out the win, and Millie Iflick. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm not sure if the P's silent or not. Yeah, well done, girls, getting out there, showing the boys that you're coming for them. I'm not sure what other class you were racing in. But yeah, I hope you had a great night's racing. I'm sorry I didn't get to see all these, so I could give you a better report on what the racing was like. Kidoki. So moving into the seniors, I just want to make sure I didn't miss any of the juniors. Oh, junior 250 I haven't mentioned, have I? So where's that one? There we are. That had heats. That had a repechage. So we'll talk about the repechage. So the repechage, if you don't know, is for the last 2 spots. So usually the top 10 will go straight through, and then Depends on what size the grid is, obviously. In dirt track, it's usually 12 or 13, and then so the first and second of the repecharge joined the final. So in this case, in the repecharge, it was Hayden Duggan on the 143 machine and the 329 machine of Cooper Blowers that went through, followed by Riley Finch, Fennett, and Millie Efflett. So in the final, oh, that's doing my head in how it's going zoomy like that. First place was taken out by Bo Bailey. Now, this was a race I did actually watch. And Bo Bailey, I believe, is a speedway rider. He was super, super fast. Brendan had been watching the racing over the weekend and said, yeah, he'd been fast all weekend. Tommy Wright in second, Harley Club rider. Jed Fife, only junior on 19s. Well done. Johnny Cooper, I'm pretty sure that was his first meeting on 250. Well done, Johnny. Max Carter in fifth. Tyler Moore sixth. Hayden Duggan seventh. And Cooper Blowers in eighth. So that's your junior 250s. Now you'll see when I go back, curious if anyone really knows Speed Hive inside and out, why it's got junior 250 merge and then a new merge like that. I don't know. It's got to do with the 2 days of racing. I understand that. Who will our first senior class be? We might as well start with the old boys. So obviously I'm in the old boys. I made it straight through to the final. How's that? I was pretty happy about that. And including being on a different bike, etc., etc. However, the Reaper Chase, which it was a chase, the Reaper Charge race was probably one of my favourite races of the weekend because someone that I do a bit of travelling with and have been hanging around a bit with, and he's new to racing. Finally pulled his thumb out of his bum and flicked up a gear and made a huge charge, and it was fantastic to watch. I just about ripped the fence off the chain mesh off the fence. So Gary Rotman is who I'm talking about. And he rode like his life depended on it because it did. So Gary's first race win ever was in the repecharge. Well done, mate. Followed by Stephen Lowe in second, Keith Stewart and Reginald Wheeler. So Gary and Steve went through. So what happened in that one was I actually think I can't remember. I might have this confused with another race, but I think someone might have jumped the tapes. I could be wrong on that. It might have been another race and I've gotten confused. Anyway, I do remember that it might have been Stephen or it could have been Reg. I'm not sure. One of them got all out of shape and just about took Gary's front wheel out, and he basically came to a complete stop and was in last. And I was thinking, oh, there goes Gary's chance of coming in the final with us. And like I said, he pulled his thumb out of his bum and he flicked it up a gear and started climbing his way back. He had it says 5 laps on there, so it was meant to be 6, so it was a 6. I think it just doesn't count the first one or something. But he just crawled his way back. Heath was out the front, started to, and Gary just started picking them off, and I grabbed Brendan. I said, I think he's bloody going to come back, and he did. He was going out wide. He was spitting roost everywhere, and yeah, it was a fantastic effort and a really good race to watch. Someone come right up from the back like that. He wasn't the only one during the meeting. There was someone else that did as well. I can't think who it was. I think Tom did it. Jude. No, if Carter did it or not, I can't remember who they were actually, but yeah, that's the problem when you leave it a couple of weeks between pods. But I was very proud of Gary. He did a great job, and I know he's really happy with himself, and so he should be. So the finals for the over 35s, yeah, it was really good. Jay Hearn took that one out on the 88 machine. Mark Jones on the 241 machine. Mitch Wolf. That's your top 3 on the 40. They were quite a bit quicker than I was and the guys behind me. Yeah, we gave it a crack. Like I said, I just couldn't hold them I could stay with them for a lap or two, and then that was it. I keep missing my marks and just losing ground. But yeah, so from 4th back, was myself, Darcy Clover, Gary Rortman just behind me, chasing the whole way. I could hear him. Ryan Closter just behind him, chasing. I could hear him as well. Ralph Pink and Stephen Lowe just behind them. So, yeah, special mention to Ryan as well. He had some great racing. We had some great battles. It was good to be out on the track with all those guys. And Ralph Pink sporting, why is he 490? I think it was, if my memory serves me right, what she's getting ready to do some classic road racing on them. Yeah, it was great to see Ralph again. All the riders out there. So love mixing it up with everyone in the over 35s. That was fantastic. Righty ho. Pro women's. It wasn't heaps of pro women's. I did catch a couple of the girls racing, and yeah, as always, it was entertaining, positions changing. And yeah, as you can see, the points are pretty tight there. So Taylor Street, number 89 on the Hondas, taking out the top step, followed by Kelsey Jensen in second, Abby Wason in third, Zoe Davies fourth, Katana Robinson fifth, and Miley Robinson in sixth. So I was actually surprised about where Abby was there. I thought she might have scored a bit higher because the two races I saw, I thought she was in second or first. So yeah, not sure how that all played out, but yep, that's your order. That's what my laps is telling me. So well done, ladies. I hope you all had a great night racing. They're always smiling, those girls. So they must have been having a great time. But we will do 19s next. So 19s was really good to see so many 19s turn up actually, and enjoyed that one. The repecharge you will see is only three of us. A few people also dropped out. Just, yeah, the hot weather and all that sort of thing played into it. A couple of them running other classes. And just, yeah, I think mainly fatigue and hot weather and staying safe was probably the key. But Ryan New, Katana Robinson, and myself all went through to the final, which I was surprised. I thought we had the race for it, but we got the option. They said at top three, they're going straight through. So do you just want to go through? So I was actually keen to have a ride because I was still trying to find my feet on Gary's bike. But yeah, the others said, yeah, yep, they'll just go straight through. So final race, surprise, surprise. Tom Jane took that one out. Thomas Herrick not far behind in second. Jet Carter in third. Billy Ryan, Brendan McEwitt, Ryan New, Darcy Claver, Katana Robinson. So that is your 19-inch class. The guys that were riding all weekend on 19s were Tom Drain, Tom Herrick, and Jet Carter. Not sure about Billy Ryan. No, Ryan New was swapping bikes. There was, does it say there what Billy's bike is? There was a young guy on a KTM 250. I'm sorry if that's you, Billy. I think it might have been actually, and I'm pretty sure you were running your 19s all night as well and doing a good job of it. So we will see now going to Pro 450, Pro 250, sorry, Pro 250 in the repecharge. Yeah, Billy Ryan 52 took that one out. Hudson Collins in second, Jack Stewart in third. So unfortunately, Sunday night, I don't know. The racing had been really clean and good all weekend until the Sunday and until the finals, really. So when we got to the finals, let's open that up. Oh, yeah, it says the final. So yeah, I'm not sure. It must have been in the final. There was a bit of a crash in the 250s, where actually it's probably one of the weirdest and sort of horrific crashes I've seen for a while, and that was Jack Stewart. So I hope you're all good, buddy. He did get up and walk away from it. Actually, I don't know if it was the 250s because Luke Wolf was in it as well. So it might have been one of the other. It might have been MX Open either. Even, but yeah, hopefully he's all good. But going back to 250, that's why I shouldn't do pods on my own. Shouldn't need people to pull me up. So going back to the 250 final, Nicholas Berry took that one out. Well done, Nick. Harry Wright in second, Jaden Robertson third. So that's your top three place getters, followed by Ezra Simpson, Hudson Collin, Henry Small, and Billy Ryan. And your girls, oopsie, wrong way. Pro Women, so MX Open should be the next one, and then the Big Daddy, that's the 19. So MX Open, obviously lots of heats in that as well. In the repechage, Ryan Yu, Brock Smith. Ryan was the other one. I'm pretty sure that did a good comeback. Yeah, in one of, I can't remember if it was, I think it was this MX Open repechage actually. Yeah, did a great comeback. It was fantastic to watch. So we'll go to the final. MX final, race 102. Nicholas Berry took that one out, followed by Jet Carter, Henry Small. So that's your top three. Henry was riding fantastic. I'm pretty sure it's his first senior event on the Husqvarna 450, and yeah, he was killing it. Yeah, awesome effort, Henry. Ryan, followed by Ryan Yu, Mitch Wolf, Brock Smith, and Mitchell Watson. Mitchell DNF there, must have come off. Actually, no, that was the one. I think I missed that race. I think I was lined up for something, and yeah, something happened to his bike and he sort of rolled to the infield. Pretty sure I've got that right. So, yeah. Pro 450. So you'll see here, we've got a repechage before I go into too much. Jet Carter found his way into the final, and so did Harry Wright. And Jaden Robbins, Roberts, a 4-3 went in. I got a bit confused about that. Maybe someone can fix me out. So what happened here? There was actually two Pro 450 finals. So the 450 class was first up in the running order, so their final came up first. There was a bit of a mishap in the Pro 450, the first final, which this man here, I'm going to bring up the results anyway, just so you know. Grant Charnock was out the lead. Mitchell Watson was in second, and Nicholas Berry, they were having an absolutely fantastic battle with it. In second and third. And Grant just blew my mind. He had a bit of a rough start, but just went around everyone like they were standing still. If you can remember, Grant actually broke his back not that long ago. For the second time. We had a podcast with him last year. You can check out. And he was just riding absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a bumble, and it was actually not the one I thought. So what I saw was uh, the flaggy held out the last lap sign a bit early and then pulled it back in and never put the checkered flag out, and people stopped racing. And then he brought out the checkered, and Grant was the only one that kept racing and went through the checkered. So I thought, well, Grant's won. But I was wrong, because what actually happened, somebody protested, and it wasn't actually over that. I thought it was over that. What it was, and they had video evidence. So the race got reran. So unfortunately, Grant didn't win the Pro 450, but man, he was riding bloody awesome and decided not to rerun. Same with Nicholas Berry. I spoke to Nick. I'm not sure from Grant's perspective, but he had already done a few finals. He was pretty knackered. It was another really hot day and a hot weekend. So yeah, fatigue, etc. Thought it was safer not to ride. So so what the actual protest was about is there were lights in use. When the tapes went up and the race started, the red light never went off. So the particular racer that protested said he didn't get a fair crack at it because he didn't think the race had started as such. So yeah, it stuffed up his start basically. And he is a contender. So they had video footage as well of it. So that was the decision to rerun the race to make it fair for everybody. And yeah, unfortunately for the top three there, you sort of feel for them, and like I said, Grant having such a good race. But the final was rerun, which worked in Watson. Mitchell Watson on the number 90 machine's favour, as he took out the win instead of second or possibly third. We never got to see that race fully run out, the first one. But you can't take it away from Mitchell now. He's got first there, Jet Carter in second, and Harry Wright in third. not far behind Henry Small and Brock Smith. So yeah, a little bit of controversy around that one, but look, I think I rung up the club to fact check that and make sure I wasn't talking rubbish. Yeah, they did the right thing from what I can tell. That protest, if they denied that, would have probably got carried over to an official pro, protest, which would have, yeah, um, the light didn't turn off. There was a malfunction with it apparently, and you're running a race under a red light, which isn't right. So it was a disadvantage to some riders that were confused watching the lights. Fair enough, fair call. So that was the Skylift. There was another name that we didn't see there in the 450 final. I can't actually remember if it was in the MX Open or the 450. He had to get off in the first corner, turn one. As you know, it piles up. 8 bikes flying into that corner, and yeah, that was Remy Fife. I hope you're all good, Remy. And yeah, he just got his front wheel caught on someone's back wheel and went over. But don't see Remy come off very often. He was one of the top picks there. Apparently, him and Tom Jane with another race I missed had a fantastic battle that was breathtaking, I was told. So yeah, hope Remy's all good. So Remy and Jack, hope you guys are good. Anyone else? Oh, Luke will come off as well. Hope you're all good, buddy. And yeah, anyone else that had get offs, which I don't believe there was too many, thankfully. I hope you're all good. Speedy recovery. Yeah, what a fantastic weekend's racing the club did really, really well. I was speaking to President Shane Clare today, and yeah, there were a couple little hiccups, but I mean, that happens in every big meeting. That was for a club meeting. That's a pretty big 2 days, and everyone puts in. They've got a great team there that really put on a great event for us, and I appreciate it. So thanks to everyone. Thanks to Kate and Kirsty up in the score tab with me coming out in the wrong heats. I know I wasn't the only one, and I was so proud of myself on Saturday because I didn't do any stuff ups, but Sunday, yeah, totally. I'm blaming the bike not running. But anyway, we got over it. It's all good. And yeah, to everyone for traveling, obviously from all over Aussie to go to that event. And so it was our long weekend, Australia Day weekend. I hope they can keep reoccurring it on the same sort of weekend so it becomes becomes an annual thing again. And yeah, it was really great catching up with everyone, obviously, after the Christmas break. Crowd turnout attendance Saturday night, excuse me. Saturday night was actually pretty good. Sunday night, not so many, but it is a long weekend, but it was fantastic to see a crowd come out under lights. Racing is always fantastic. And I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. So that's our first pod pretty much done and dusted. A few exciting things coming up. Daytona, American Flat Track opening rounds Thursday, March the 6th and Friday, March the 7th. So we've got Maxwell has announced he's on Royal Enfield, which yeah, it's going to be really interesting seeing how he goes on an infield after a Harley. Actually, the whole twins class is going to be interesting now with the new rules package and no Indian restrictions on the Yamaha. So we'll see how all that unfolds. Starting off in March, Tom will be back over there. I believe we have a couple other Aussie races going over there. I know one's going into the pro classes and the other one, I think, in the amateur classes. But I don't want to mention anything right now because I just got to clarify all that to make sure what rounds and everything they're doing. I was told about one of them, but yeah, I don't write anything down. That's my problem. And I didn't actually ask if I could say it on the pod, so better make sure that's all still happening before we go blabbing about that. But myself, I'm a bit excited. I will be in the Netherlands on the 7th of June, racing with the Dutch flat track at Nautilus, I think is how you pronounce it, which yeah, I'm not sure what bike I'm going to be on yet, but they're going to sort me out with one. I'm already registered apparently. and it's at the back of a Kawasaki shop, so right up my alley. It's yeah. It sounds like it's a temporary track, or what do you call it? Like it's built like about a sort of backyard track. So it'll be interesting to see how all that goes. What the surface like, I have no idea. I'll be going blind, but I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, obviously I'm going to be in the UK at the same time, or just before that. I'll get flown into Heathrow. So hopefully there's a round in the DTRA on the weekend before, and I can go to that as well, or go and meet some of the folks over there. I have been in contact with them and waiting for their calendar, and hopefully we'll have them on the pod too, so you can learn a bit about dirt track or flat track racing in the UK. So obviously we've got the Aussie Flat Track Nationals happening again this year. I don't know if there's any class structure changes or anything. I haven't seen anything. If you know, send the post my way if I've missed it. I haven't been on social media a lot lately, to be honest, so I could have missed it. I had a quick flick around today before doing this one, and I didn't see anything. America is going gangbusters, obviously, with the Corey Textures series happening, Corey Texture promotion series happening. I also saw, and congratulations to Sam Jane, is in the Dunlop Elite flat track. I don't actually know what that is, so I need to do a bit of research on that. If anyone knows, yeah, flick us a line. Yeah, make sure you talk to us on socials. It's get 25 buzzing. I'm excited. Hopefully I'm going to have this Yamaha going again. I don't know what is going on. To me, it's something with the throttle body. We did all the normal things you check, have you got spark and all that sort of stuff, and valve clearances, and that when we changed the fuel pump just to make sure, and everything was good. So I'm pretty sure it's something to do with the throttle body. I actually learned a bit of a hack and cleaned the fuel injector. It was running a little bit average, but it's now running fine and it's still not going. So I'm pretty sure there's a sensor issue somewhere. If I can't figure it out, I'm replacing the ear pressure sensor. If that doesn't fix it, I'm going to have to take it to someone with a computer. So yeah, that's probably the downside of these EFI bikes, but it is what it is. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be something really stupid and simple. And hopefully we'll have that back on track real soon, because I was having a lot of fun. Probably just need to get my rear suspension revalved now, and we'll be all good. So yeah, the Harley. I'm not sure if I'm going to run that the whole series this year or not. I want to, but we'll just see how it comes. At the moment, Maryborough's looking a bit grim, but everything else probably be fine. So taking on new sponsors or partners for the pod as well. You don't have to be a business. You can be an individual, and we can talk you up. If you'd like to join us, we appreciate it. And you can also dictate where you would like your contribution to be put. If you want to do that, that's totally up to working on improving and building flat track racing up any way possible. So you drop us a line at info@clavaflattrack.com. That would be fantastic. Going to have a new affiliate program happening this year for Clava, something different. Not going to be doing sponsoring individual riders as such this year in the old traditional sponsorship format. It will be an affiliate, so hopefully there will be a bit of a learning platform. I'm still working it all out for the affiliates, so that they learn how to market themselves. Well, hopefully helping us make some more sales, and they'll make money at the same time with a percentage commission. Yeah, I've actually got that bit all worked out. It's more just the marketing program I'm working on. So yeah, keep your ear out for that. I will be contacting riders and offering them a spot. You could be you. So keep an ear out for that. What else is happening? I think that's about all I've got at the moment. Obviously, the Akubra Classic is coming up. That would be a great one to get to. Unfortunately, I don't think I will be, but never rule me out. Also, the New South Wales Flat Track Championships is going to be on there as well. So that would be fantastic. I actually do want to get to that one. Yeah, but got a bit of work to do, really. feel like I'm lagging behind just because I've got, like everyone, life going on outside of racing as well. So that's what we've got to do, get the big jobs done so we can go racing. And yeah, I hope you guys are all going well and looking forward to a year of racing. I see a few people out there asking for sponsors. If you're in the position to, that would be fantastic. Help them out. And yeah, hopefully there's lots of young riders and lots of riders in general getting into the sport and enjoying it and talking about it and helping it get noticed even more, whether it's word of mouth or socials. What else? My best wishes to the Hearn family. I did see that on social media that Pete, long life member of the Harley Club Victoria, has had a couple of heart attacks and is in care at the minute, getting looked after. So speedy recovery, Pete. We really want to see you around the club and trackside again soon. And yeah, I know your family will want you around a lot longer than this. So yeah, speedy recovery and best wishes to all the Hearns. Munro's on at the moment over in New Zealand. We've got a few Aussies over there. Jim Jobling, I hope he's going well. I saw the beach race happening today. I haven't actually seen the results. I'll have to have a look at that and maybe we'll mention it in the next one. Maybe we'll get Jim on and talk about how it all went. I can't believe, well, it's only 10:13 and I'm yawning uncontrollably. Yeah, Jim does the Send It podcast, so yeah, check that out online. Yeah, I think it's probably a good idea we get him on so you can find out all about that as well and what it was like racing over in New Zealand. I know he went a year or two ago just to watch and went down. I've got to give that a crack. There is a flat track class at the Speedway Spectacular there, which will be, yeah, massive. Be one of the best events you've ever ridden, I think. That place just chocker all the way around from pit gate to pit gate. Yeah, so that should be fantastic. And then the following weekend at Ronnie Moore Speedway is the Canterbury Champs, I believe, which I was hoping to go to, but yeah, well, it's actually this weekend, I think. That might be all out of whack again. Yeah, so that will be a fantastic event as well. Just yeah, couldn't pull it off. We've got a good friend, Stacey Malloy, put its birthday this weekend, tomorrow actually. So looking forward to going to that and hanging out with everyone. Yeah, but that's about it. I think I've managed to drag it out as long as possible. Hope I haven't bored you too much. Welcome back. 2025, the Clover Flat Track Pod. You know what to do. Keep it sideways. Go Flat Tracker.
Go flat tracker. Go flat tracker. Go, go, go.